Ashok, I want to know what this really means. Why did the Supreme Court say that unless the HC order is out, we will not entertain your plea? What does it mean? Kindly decode it for the viewers, Ashok Bagadia.
Well, Sudha, what has really happened in the Supreme Court is something which is very significant. Number one, the Supreme Court has made an oral observation that what the Delhi High Court did, putting hold on the release of Arvind Kejriwal despite a bail order being in his favor, was very unusual. This is a very important remark which was made by the Supreme Court. Now, the court goes on to say it's unusual because the judge seems to have prejudged the issue, because there is a submission which was made by Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi saying that look, at 10:30 when the matter was mentioned before the Delhi High Court, the High Court judge did not have a copy of the trial court order. So when he granted a stay on the release of Arvind Kejriwal, he had in a manner kind of prejudged the issue. The matter was only heard after lunch at considerable length by the High Court, and he reserved the verdict. To which the Supreme Court said that this is kind of unusual because on a stay application, the High Courts generally or normally pass the order on the very same day. But here was a case where the orders have been reserved for the last 3 days. So what the Supreme Court is saying is that, look, the matter is already before the Delhi High Court. We'll wait for one more day and see if the High Court is passing any order, well and good. Otherwise, we'll have it on Wednesday where we'll hear the matter at length. But what is important here, Sudha, is also the kind of submissions that were made before the Supreme Court, where Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who appears for Arvind Kejriwal, told the court that, look, as far as the balance of convenience in this matter is concerned, it is in favor of Kejriwal. Because Kejriwal, number one, is not a flight risk. And in the past, the Supreme Court had granted him interim bail. He was out on bail for 15 days and he subsequently surrendered. So, Mr. Singhvi is saying that even in this case, if the High Court comes to a conclusion that the bail was wrongly granted to him, Arvind Kejriwal will surrender. Why should Arvind Kejriwal suffer for a few days because the High Court has taken a view, prejudged the issue, and not even passed an order? Because at the end of the day, it's a question of personal liberty of the Delhi Chief Minister. So considering the situation in its totality, the Supreme Court has come to a conclusion that, look, let's wait for one more day. Let's have this matter on Wednesday. When the matter is taken up, we'll either have the benefit of the High Court order, and if the High Court order is not in place, then we'll proceed with what you are saying, seeking release because there is a lower court order in your favor. So until and unless that is reversed by the High Court, maybe Kejriwal could be set free.
Yeah, but to say no relief, don't you think, Ashok, somewhere what the court is doing is following procedures and being more extra careful, like the legal system should be? So it's only a matter of 48 hours. Would you agree?
I would not agree here, Sudha, because the point here, it's not a question of 48 hours. It's been the last 3 days. There is a judgment which is in favor of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Whether ED likes it or not, the only way to overcome that judgment is to challenge it and get an order of reversal from the High Court. But what the Enforcement Directorate does is it files two applications in the High Court, one seeking an interim stay and the other challenging the lower court order. Now, there is no adjudication of the High Court on the merits of the lower court's order, and there is still a stay on the release of Mr. Kejriwal. Now, why I say it's wrong is time and again, the Supreme Court has said when it comes to questions of personal liberty of any individual, it should be more sacrosanct than anything else. However, in this particular case, what the High Court has done is that the High Court has said that, okay, it prejudges the issue on 10:30 itself, saying that, look, please do not release Kejriwal till I have heard the matter. So this is a prejudging of an issue. He should not have passed that order. He should have waited for the copy of the order, lower court's order, to come with him. He should have gone through it and decided the interim application of Enforcement Directorate on that very same day. Now, the matter was heard on 21st of June.
Right.
He reserves the order on 21st June, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days are lost. Why should a man who has got bail be punished for no mistake of his, who has a judgment in his favor, should languish behind bars? It's a matter of principle, it's a matter of judicial propriety. Now the Supreme Court is saying is that, okay, let's wait for one more day and let's see if the order comes. If the order doesn't come, we are anyways hearing your matter on Wednesday, and Wednesday we'll pass some kind of an order.
Thank you so much, Ashok Bagria, for decoding that.